Hi, my name is Christina McDonald, and today I will be presenting the Project Management Institute Agile Certified Practitioner Certification, otherwise known as PMI ACP. In our table of contents, we will discuss an intro to the Project Management Institute, PMI's memberships and requirements, PMI's relevance, as well as a deep dive into the PMI ACP certification. And lastly, we will see the references. The Project Management Institute, otherwise known as PMI, is a global nonprofit for purpose organization specifically for project management professionals. Along with having trainings and education, as well as obviously certifications, which is what we will talk about later, PMI engages with chapters and communities worldwide to consider thought leadership in the project management career. Though they did not have any specific missions or visions, what I've garnered from my research is that the mission of PMI is to prepare organizations and individuals at every stage of their career journey to work smarter so they can drive success in their world of change. This world of change obviously goes in depth into how we see the world, and that's the ideas and the realities that are here for us. Specifically, I wanted to highlight a couple of cultural values that I deemed were really interesting for how PMI wants to make these ideas a reality. It starts with making it easy, aiming higher, being welcoming, of course, embracing curiosity, and embracing the together we can attitude. PMI started off with 5 individuals as a means to for project managers to associate, discuss ideas, and really solve the common problems that these professionals were facing. Just to do a deep dive into um, the brief history, the idea of PMI started over dinner at Three Threes Restaurant in Philadelphia in 1969. This dinner included James Snyder and Gordon Davis, two of the founders of the Founding Five. Later on, a couple of months later, they all went down to the Georgia Institute of Technology in Atlanta and had their first formal meeting, including other members, Eric Jeanette, Ned Engman, and Susan C. Gallagher, making the Founding Five, and later they incorporated PMI in Pennsylvania. Though PMI first started off by introducing others to the world of project management through discussions and different topics, um, they also had a couple of seminars and symposiums to actually use as a vessel for these conversations, with the first being advanced project management concepts. These symposiums and seminars were so successful that chapters started opening up in the US, with its first being in Houston, Texas in 1975. Since then, the Project Management Institute has been uh, relevant for not only its trainings and education, but also for its gold standard certification, otherwise known as the PMP, Project Management Professional, which was established in 1984. For many people who are PMI members or who want to become PMI members, there are 4 different types of memberships. One includes the standard, the PMI membership, which is $139 per year. The second being the chapter memberships. As you know, aforementioned, there was the Houston chapter, and now there are hundreds of chapters across the world, but specifically in the U.S., and they all vary by fee. For students, they also have a membership for students who are still in college at any college or university that has a U.S. accreditation or global equivalent who do want to learn more about the project management field. That fee for that membership is $32, and then for retirees, it is $65 a year to renew. Meaning that you had to have been a PMI member already and in good standing for 5 years, and now would have been retired from active employment. I do want to note that there are group memberships available at a special price for specific employer organizations and universities with 15 plus and 10 plus members, respectively. I wanted to highlight this quote by the current president and CEO of PMI, Pierre Lamont. He said, "Project professionals are the doers and builders of transformation." I think this goes back to the vision that I pointed out in one of the first slides, which is you have to make this idea reality. You can only do that by making change, by acting on these things. And PMI has helped individuals do just that. Currently, there are 700,000 members worldwide across 300 plus chapters. And of these people and non members, there are 1.6 million PMI certification holders. These certifications range from 4 levels, including new to projects, which are for more novice project management professionals or people who may not be project management professionals but do want to gain some of that skill sets. From there to skilled practitioners, people who have been in the field for a couple of years, typically 3 plus years, going forward to senior level practitioners, which include people who have been in the industry for 8 plus years, and also specializations. As I said before, some people may not want to specifically be project managers, but may want to have certain skills that project managers have, which is where the specialty comes in hand. I want to also point out that similarly to its origins with symposiums and seminars, the PMI continues to have that same effect currently today with Virtual Experience Series 2023 Empowering Your Future and the PMI Global Summit 2023, continuing to evolve with how project management is looked at currently and in the future. As well as offering real-time in-person and e-learning trainings for project management topics and skill development. Some of those trainings include new ways of working and strategic planning and implementation. As we know, change management is ever evolving, always changing in every organization. And so these learnings help to really advance the study. Additionally, I wanted to also note that PMI has 2 major publications, digitally and printed, including the PM Network, which is exclusive content for PMI members, as well as the Project Management Journal, which is what we as classmates, sometimes I've seen in previous posts, often use. I myself go into Project Management Journal to see if I can find anything that can help with our discussion posts. And these are basically peer-reviewed academic publications. I wanted to expand on these certifications, the 4 different types that I spoke of before, which includes new to projects. Of course, I can only assume that other presentations will include some of these certifications if they've used the PMI background, but it ranges from Certified Associate in Project Management, CAPM, all the way to Disciplined Agile Coach, DAC, senior level practitioners, program management professional, which will come handy in the specific certification that I'll be talking about later, as well as a couple of other specialties that include agile projects, as well as scheduling and risk management topics. So this is what the project is about. This specific presentation, the Project Management Institute Agile Certified Practitioner Certification. This certification is, as stated on the PMI website, for Agile professionals by Agile professionals. It is always about recognizing these individuals who are proficient in Agile principles and techniques. A couple of benefits of this certification is that it increases your capability for handling any Agile projects. If you're on a team that is using a lot of basic processes, having this certification to advance projects on the team would be extremely helpful. It is also helpful for marketability in the talent pipeline and talent pool. If you are looking to change jobs or change teams that are more on the Agile focus side, and it includes learnings for various Agile practices, including Scrum and Lean. A couple of notes about this certification also is that 43,000 people as of 2021 are certified with the PMI ACP. And this is globally, as the exam has been introduced into multiple languages, including, of course, English, Arabic, Japanese, Korean, Portuguese, as well as Spanish. There is no renewal for this certification once you get it. It's more so maintenance over time. There's a lifelong validation as long as you complete 30 professional development units or learning activities every 3 years in Agile projects. Lastly, I did want to go over the qualifications for this certification, which include a high school diploma or equivalent or bachelor's degree, 8 months or 1,500 hours of Agile project experience in the past 3 years. So yes, you would have had to have that experience prior to taking this. It is not as if you can just take it if you're just interested in Agile projects, you do have to have that experience, and also 1 year of course, general project management experience within the last 5 years. However, there is this qualification can be satisfied if you did have a PMP or a PGMP, which again is a program management professional certification. Lastly, you will have to have 21 contact hours of training in agile practices. More so going into the exam details of, as I said before, it is about agile practices and it tests your knowledge within that as well as its application to basic projects. It is a exam that takes 3 hours and is 120 multiple choice questions. Because of its global relevance, it also is available 24/7 online. However, if you do not have access to online resources, you can take it in person at any Pearson VUE testing center. Lastly, like all certifications within the Project Management Institute, there is a fee for members as well as non members. For members, it is typically discounted for this specific certification. It is $435 for PMI members, but for non members, it is $495. And these are typically the action items that you will need prior to even taking the exam. Thank you for taking time to listen to my presentation today, and I'm looking forward to hearing any of your feedback. And here are my references. Thank you again.